In this world, we often find ourselves surrounded by people who seem like friends, family, or mentors. But the harsh truth is, many of them don't really care about us the way we think they do. They don't see us as individuals with our own desires, needs, and goals. Instead, they see us as tools, as objects to serve their desires, whether intensely or passively. When you're a child, you do the work. You clean, you help, you listen, and you obey. You're their helper, their sidekick. And as you grow, you transition from being a child to a teenager and then an adult. Now you're helping them with money, with advice, with resources. But it doesn't stop there. The more you give, the more they ask. They never stop needing something from you, and somehow, you always end up giving more than you have to offer. You think, this is what friends, family, or mentors are supposed to do, right? You believe they care, that they want to help you as much as you help them. But when the years pass, and you finally take a moment to reflect, you realize something chilling. You've given everything you have, your time, your energy, your resources. And yet, when you look at what you've received in return, it feels empty, hollow. Your heart aches, and no one hears the pain. The love, the trust, it was all used up, squeezed out of you like water from a dry sponge. You gave and gave and gave until there was nothing left. But when it was your turn to ask for support, no one was there. This isn't just a fictional story. It's the harsh reality that many of us face. You might look around and realize that the people closest to you, the ones you thought would support you, have actually been using you all along. It's like the way humans have used animals, the way they used birds, for their own convenience. When it was useful, when the bird sang, when it entertained, it was loved. But when the bird became tired or couldn't perform, it was discarded, forgotten. And it's the same with us. We become like that tree for others. There's an old story about a boy and a tree. The boy and the tree were once inseparable. The boy would climb the tree, eat its apples, swing from its branches. The tree gave everything it had, its fruits, its shade, its branches, its leaves, just to make the boy happy. And the boy took, and took, and took. As the boy grew older, the tree continued to give, but with each passing year, it had less to offer. It had given its apples, its shade, and its branches, and now, all that was left was the trunk. But the boy, now a man, returned, not out of love or gratitude for the tree, but because he needed something. The man cut the tree down. He sold the wood for money. He didn't stop to think about the tree that had given him everything when he was a child. No, he was too focused on his own selfish desires. With the money from the tree's wood, the man bought alcohol. He didn't use the money to help others, to create something meaningful, to live a better life. No, he drank it away, drowning his sorrows in a bottle. He didn't regret what he did to the tree. He didn't care about the tree. All he cared about was escaping the reality of his life, escaping the responsibilities that weighed him down. His own family hated him because he had become so consumed with his own needs and addictions. He used people, just like he used the tree. And when they used him, they took his time, his energy, his love, just like the tree. This man was lost, not because he was good or bad, but because he had no sense of responsibility. He didn't want to face the consequences of his actions. He didn't want to deal with the reality of his own family, his children, his duties. Instead, he ran away, destroying everything in his path. He was a product of his choices, a reflection of the harsh truth that some relationships are toxic and others are just about using people for what they can provide. The truth is painful, but it's necessary. Most of us are living this life without realizing it. We're like that tree, giving and giving and giving. But instead of receiving something in return, we get emptiness. We end up broken, used, and drained, while the people around us move on with their lives, never looking back. They don't see the cost of their actions. They never think about what they've taken from you. But this doesn't have to be your story. It's time to change. It's time to take accountability for your own life. You have to stop being the tree. You have to stop allowing yourself to be used up until there's nothing left. You have to learn to say no. You have to understand your worth. And know that your life isn't about serving the desires of others at your expense. It's time to realize what you truly want. Why are you living this life? What is your purpose? You have dreams. You have goals. But they've been buried under the weight of everyone else's needs and demands. It's time to dig them up, to make a plan, and to start living for yourself. Don't wait for the moment when you're empty, hollow, and regretful. Start now. Time is unforgiving. We all have the same 24 hours, but what separates those who succeed from those who stagnate is how they use those hours. If you continue to wait for some mythical moment when everything aligns perfectly, or when you feel ready, you may find yourself looking back years from now with nothing but regret. Regret for the time you lost. Regret for the opportunities you missed. Regret for all the moments you could have changed but didn't. The reality is, you won't always feel motivated and you won't always have the energy. But you cannot afford to wait for that perfect moment. It's in the moments when you feel the most exhausted, when you feel like you're at rock bottom, that you need to push through the most. You have to create that momentum. You have to take control of your life. That means choosing to rise every day with a sense of purpose, even when you don't feel like it. Every single day, you have a choice. You can choose to stay stagnant, or you can choose to improve. Even the smallest steps can lead to massive change over time. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that change must happen quickly or dramatically. But true transformation is the result of consistent, small actions taken day after day. It's the daily grind that brings results, not the occasional burst of effort. Don't be fooled by the overnight success stories. Most of them are just illusions. Success is built on the small, unnoticed moments. The hours spent working on your craft. The moments you choose to take care of your health. The times you resist the temptation to give in to distractions. Success is a habit. It's not a one-time thing. And you can start creating that habit right now. Change doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't have to completely transform your life overnight. Instead, break down your bigger goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. Start with one small change. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier to read, or taking 15 minutes every morning to meditate and clear your mind. Or perhaps it's simply saying no to toxic people in your life who drain your energy. These small changes may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they compound. For example, let's say you want to lose weight. Instead of committing to an intense workout schedule that you won't stick to, start with 10-minute walks every day. If you want to build a business, start by dedicating 30 minutes a day to research or planning. These small, consistent actions build upon each other, and as you start seeing the results, your confidence will grow. You'll be amazed at how much progress you make, even in just a few months. What is it that you truly want? What is the one thing that would bring meaning and fulfillment to your life? Your biggest dream, your ultimate goal, might seem daunting right now. It might seem impossible, like a mountain too high to climb. But the truth is, it's not the size of the goal that matters. It's your commitment to taking the steps necessary to achieve it. Think about it this way. No mountain is climbed in a single step. It's the consistent, determined effort that gets you to the top. Every step you take towards your dream, no matter how small, brings you closer to it. Every day you wake up and decide to work toward that dream is a day closer to achieving it. So focus on the steps, not the entire mountain. If you let the enormity of your dreams scare you, you'll never take that first step. Focus on the next step and let that be enough. Dreams are achieved by those who plan. Without a plan, a goal is just a wish. Write it down. Break it down. Define the actions you need to take. Map out the process. What can you do today to get closer to your goal? What can you do tomorrow and next week? Plan for obstacles. Plan for setbacks. They're inevitable, but they don't have to stop you. A good plan doesn't just outline the destination. It also prepares you for the challenges along the way. But planning is only the first part. The real magic happens in the daily execution. Day in, day out, do something, anything, that moves you forward. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Even on days when you don't feel like it, when your energy is low, or when life seems to be pulling you in a million directions, show up anyway. In the beginning, it might feel like you're not making any progress. It's easy to get discouraged when the results aren't immediate. But remember, trees don't grow overnight. They start as tiny seeds, and over years, they spread their roots and reach for the sky. You may not see immediate results, but every day you're becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable. You will grow, slowly but surely. And when you look back months from now, you'll realize how far you've come. Those small, consistent actions will build upon each other, until one day you wake up and realize you've reached a point you once thought impossible. The most important part of this journey is reclaiming your power. You'll stop being the person who is used, the one who gives everything and receives nothing. Instead, you'll become the person who is in control of your own life. You'll choose who you spend time with, how you spend your energy, and where you focus your attention. You'll stop letting others drain you, and you'll stop sacrificing your well-being for the sake of others. But to do this, you must set boundaries. You must learn to say no. You must stop being afraid of disappointing people who only take from you. It's harsh, but necessary. You are worthy of respect, of love, and of boundaries. And the more you enforce those boundaries, the stronger and more confident you will become. It's not easy. It's not quick. But the result? It's worth it. It's easy to get discouraged when the results don't come quickly. But remember, nothing worth having comes easy. Building the life you deserve is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It will take time, effort, and a lot of patience. But the results, the peace, the fulfillment, the sense of purpose you'll gain will be worth every single ounce of effort you put in. Don't give up just because the road is tough. Remember that nothing grows without resistance. The more you face, the stronger you will become. And in the end, you will look back and be proud of the person you've become. You will realize that you didn't just survive, you thrived. You didn't just live, you flourished. When you realize your worth, you find peace. True peace doesn't come from external circumstances. It doesn't come from having lots of friends or a perfect family. It doesn't come from the validation of others. True peace comes when you realize your worth, when you stop allowing others to dictate your life, and when you start living for yourself. You will finally understand that what you've been searching for wasn't in the hands of others. It was inside you all along. Your strength, your dreams, your peace, it was always there, just waiting for you to acknowledge it. The moment you stop giving everything to people who don't care, you'll finally have enough left for yourself. You'll have the peace that comes from knowing that you are enough. And that peace will bring with it the most fulfilling life you can imagine. So, take action today. Start small. Start now. Make that first step, and don't look back. The life you deserve is waiting for you to claim it.